Y'all know it's my favorite time of the year. Mariah Carey just unthawed, and we about to get the Game Awards nominees. The nominees ain't even out yet, but I'm just gonna predict what my game of the year probably is already. It's Clair Obscur Expedition 33. But something that pisses me off every year about the Game Awards, and it's not necessarily their fault either, the fighting game of the year category makes me mad. I be looking at the screen like, be for real. Really? This is the nominees. Like, I dead ass think they just go to Google, type in what fighting games came out, let the AI say it, and that's it. So I decided for this year, let's do something a little different. What if I actually made a tier list? What if I ranked every fighting game that came out in 2025? I'm talking arena fighter. I'm even talking collections and even re-releases. But more importantly, I know y'all want to know what the new one's gonna be for the winner. So enough of all that talking. Now, for the tier list criteria, we got to talk about what I'll be rating these games on, because a lot of stuff can come down to just general preference versus taste. For example, I can say, hey, Dragon Ball FighterZ, I don't like that game, and put it lower, versus something like Marvel vs. Capcom that I do love. We're talking about content because these games have been costing $60, $70, and I think it's important to have that conversation if games are getting more pricey and if fighting games are worth the money anyway. So content's important. That also goes with the general features. Is it missing something? Does it not have something? There are some standards in fighting games that we need to start pushing, and I strongly do believe if a game don't got that, it can go down on the tier list. And lastly, gameplay. Gameplay is up to what I feel and how I feel about it, and that's just what it's gonna be. I can say I love something. That doesn't mean I'm 100% right for everybody, okay? Don't be stupid, all right? Think. Let's start off with a re-release and a good collection this year, but personally, it's not my favorite collection that Capcom had released. We gotta talk about the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is pretty much an SNK versus Capcom collection, or CVS2. That's the main thing people really love about this collection, having it in your pocket and being able to play it whenever you want to. Just to make this easier for myself, because I can't remember all the games in the collection because Capcom makes them very beefy. In addition to the other games on this list, you have Plasma Sword, Knight of Bliston, Power Stone, and Power Stone 2 with good netcode, oh my god, Project Justice, as well as an enhanced 2001 re-release of Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, and a crossover fighting game, arguably a lot of people say the worst fighting game in Capcom's history, Capcom Fighting Evolution. Reason why I would probably put this, my initial thing was like, yo, it's a collection, it's a re-release, I'm gonna put it in S. However, there are some general changes that people do not like about the CVS2 with some of the mechanics, like the roll cancels and things like that. And also the alpha version is not what a lot of people generally like. And that's when it goes down a little bit for me in A. It has rollback, it has lobbies, it has the good netcode. I just think it misses in some areas for some people. However, the highs are highs because we got Power Stone 1 and 2 with online net play, bro. We could play online with 4 people in Power Stone in 2025. We used to not be able to do that at all, dog. That's insane to me. First game on this list, I'm giving it a high A. Let's get the worst game off this list already. And I just did a tournament for it, by the way. Hunter x Hunter Nin Impact. Now, mind you, I love the gameplay of Hunter x Hunter Nin Impact. If I had to be honest with you, it's one of the games that I just generally do fuck with because it's fun as hell and it's aiding. However, for some people, the game looks ugly, unredeemable. And 2, the biggest mistake of Nin Impact is the netcode. They delayed the game for a year just to give us worst netcode in history, or some of the worst rollback in history. That right there for me is unexcusable, and that's why I don't support the game like that 100%. Even though I did it once because I felt bad because of the Ultimate Burst tournament Globgu did. That is probably the first D tier game on this list and probably the only one this year. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me what y'all feel. If you're rocking with me already, if you see this new video, let your boy know. Now let's get the anime games out of the way. Even if you don't believe the anime games qualify as fighting games, or if you don't believe arena fighters should be grouped in the same boat as fighting games, shut up. Leave the video. If you're on this channel, we treat them all as fighting games, bro. They work like them, regardless if you feel like it or not. Next game on this list will be Bleach Rebirth of Souls. This game is arguably one of my favorite first Bleach arena fighter games that I've ever played. I think this is one of the first mainstay ones that we've ever had in a long period of time outside of some on the Wii. My personal stance is that this game is arguably, for its first time with Tamsoft making an arena fighter like this, this is a solid first entry. However, it has a lot of flaws that I personally don't gripe with the game. The story mode being 31 hours and capturing a lot of the essence from Bleach anime is amazing. There's nothing wrong with that. That is beautiful. It's once you beat the story mode, the game is a paperweight if you don't like online. And that's not even true, because a lot of people said, I just said what Twitter said. If you actually play Bleach Rebirth of Souls, you know you have the secret story where you could go through different options of the game and play different stories with alternate storylines in the end. That is the best part about that. That's beautiful. Problem outside those two modes, which being like 30 to probably 50 hours of playing through it, the game turns into actually like whatever. Like online is very subpar. The fact that a fighting game doesn't have lobbies in 2025 makes me put the game under B tier already. And the gameplay being so fun, I do have my gripes with some of the gameplay because it's some things I just generally did not like about Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Does it make it bad? It just sits at a like teetering, it's okay. Number one, the whole Kompaku gimmick and light bar gimmick is not a big thing for me. I'm not a huge fan of it. Some characters have easier win conditions than others, and that's kind of like corny to me, but it could be unique, but it doesn't feel good to fight against when you have either characters that could do 2 touches or 3 touches. And I don't want to go into that. I don't like that aspect of the game. I would rather, if they made another one, just make it 3 health bars, bro. Like, I'm okay with that, but I know not everybody's gonna agree with me on that. Essentially, I just like Dangai Ichigo, how he plays. I want to unlock the buddy, but I just don't want to play the story mode. Also, the game doesn't have rollback either, so that's just a double L. And we gotta move past games not having the general basic features they should have. Bleach Rebirth of Souls, as though it has gotten better over the past couple months since its release, putting it in the C tier. It's cool, it's okay, it ain't bad. It ain't amazing. Now, the anime game that I think is really good, I gotta give it to CC2. They came back in and locked in. Demon Slayer. Wait, is it? I think I messed up the title. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles 2 is fire. I've been playing CC2 games since probably the earliest of the 2000s when they first started. I will definitely say, y'all can disagree with me on this video. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, but I'm gonna say the long title. Demon Slayer also made the story mode way better, where it was way more expansive and interactive in a lot of ways. The boss fights are gorgeous. They captured literally a lot of the scenes from the anime and manga one-to-one beautifully. CC2, they are masters at making a fighting game story mode. They're probably arguably the best at doing it. The gameplay is completely overhauled from the first game in a way to where it's more fun and tangible to play. Game has all the online lobbies and everything. Day one, it's out the damn box. I already made a review on Demon Slayer 2. It's arguably one of the best anime games of all time. I'm just not crazy about Demon Slayer as I was when it first came out, but it's still a good series, don't get it twisted. However, Demon Slayer 2 loses in one department where I can't give it the really good or S tier. The fact that the game doesn't have rollback netcode, and the netcode in CC2 games is atrocious, and playing this game online is very volatile based on how you get hit. Like literally one hit could be death, or pretty much near 50% plus. I have to just give it B tier, man. As much as I wanted to give it the A, the netcode ain't it for Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles. I'm sorry, wait, I think I got it right there. It's Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles 2. I'm giving it a B. Now, I have to talk about Virtua Fighter in this video because I wanted to make Virtua Fighter 6 content, but I never got the chance to really do it. I think this is the chance for me to talk about it. Now, Virtua Fighter 5 REVO World Stage is just more Virtua Fighter, but it's on all platforms with a balance patch and updates and upgrades to the game. I can speedrun this one. I'm probably going to give this one a solid A. I think the game is really good. The gameplay is phenomenal. One of the best in the genre's history. As even then, in some scenarios, the rollback still isn't perfect. It's solid, but it isn't perfect. And I think that is what makes me not go, yo, this is peak. Because that would be me lying. It's not for me. And at this point, a lot of people, unless you generally are a hardcore player or Virtua Fighter and you're playing 5 almost every day, you're probably tired of seeing 5 and you just want to see 6 or a new game at this point. So that can probably dwindle it down too. I feel like I've been looking at the same game every time I walk somewhere or hear about it for like at least the last 10 to 20 plus years almost. Who knows? Now, Here's a game y'all don't know about. Now, here's a game y'all don't know about, or a game you haven't seen anyone talk about like that since it came out. Last year, we had to let go of multiverses. And right now, Smash is kinda ass. I don't even like Smash Ultimate, and I played it competitively. I got over 3,000 hours in that game. I do not think that game is that great. I gotta ask a question to everybody watching this video right now. Hey, do you wanna play a few quick matches? A few quick matches blew my mind. Mind you, it's just a few freaking matches. That's so cool. The game itself is pretty much the best of all the platform fighters. You have its own system where you can roam and cancel and dash in completely. The netcode is honestly outstanding for an indie game. Bro, this game's hard. This is one of the rawest games of 2025 to me, especially with indie team making stick figures so raw. And if you grew up like me watching those stick figure animations on YouTube, you might want to give this a try, even if it's less than like $10, $20, I think. Game also has its own training mode with its own things. And one thing I think this game has compared to other platform fighters, that you could have a save state and record those moments, or a restart button instantly like Smash Bros does have. But just this whole hitbox viewer is really good, just like Rivals of Aether. I think for me personally, just a few quick matches, since it's indie and we don't have that many characters though. 3 characters on the launch of a fighting game, even if it's indie, I know they're gonna build up to more. Kinda can make it boring depending on who you are. I'm the type of person that I could play with, so I could go to a tournament right now and watch somebody do Fox Shine or Captain Falcon Knee in Melee. This game, because it's not visually crazy, it is an amazing game. I think it just loses out because of the lack of content. That's pretty much the L it gives it. So I'm gonna give it a solid A here. That's my stance on it. Now you might be asking, personally, what would I rate Marvel Tokon if I put it on this list? It's a beta. It's not the full game, but based off the beta, I would probably give it C in some areas. Beta itself was amazing. It was a beautiful time. It worked flawlessly. Connection wise, all that pretty good. But then my gripes with the gameplay was not good. I did not have a ball playing Tokon. It felt like, and not to slander the game, it was like we have Guilty Gear Strive with a lariat assist like Bardock with tag mechanics, and the tag mechanics didn't feel as good to do. I don't know. I would probably put Tokon in C personally, but the beta itself was solid. I would give it like a low B. That's how I feel right now with that game. It's cool. Hopefully it open up. We probably won't get there until like season 2 or 3 with that game, but who knows. Tokon gonna get me anyway because it's gonna have my favorite characters, and I just feel it is coming. Game Awards trailer is coming. I feel it in my soul. I just don't know yet. But now we're on to the final 2. We are on to the final games of this video. I'm gonna be honest, this is hard for me because there can only be one. There can only be another. Now for the final 2 games of this list, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, and 2XKO are both S tier games. But what if I made a secret tier called S+? Because I'm conflicted in comparing both of these games because they're completely 2 different games, bro. One was a $50 game, $60 with a year worth of DLC, man. That's fucking amazing. 2XKO is a free-to-play game made by Riot Games, and I already know I have a preference to tag games. However, SNK generally delivers 100% always on the mechanics of said game. So let's run it down like this. We're gonna speed run this one. We're gonna go back to back in both streams and what I hate about both. Let's get it. Y'all ready? Go. Fatal Fury gameplay outstanding, really good, really amazing. I love how there's depth to do things, especially the combo system is really satisfying. Probably one of the most satisfying combo systems out of the modern fighting games. After that, with Fatal Fury, everything kind of falls off. Like, I don't really care about it that much. I think Fatal Fury has amazing gameplay, and the way they handle DLC has been beautiful. But if I have to be honest, the package feels very weak and it's a paid product. The lobbies work really well though, so I'll give them credit there. And the one cool thing about Fatal Fury is that they have a color editor, which every fighting game should make it standard and free. That is beautiful. But I do think Fatal Fury is my S tier game. I personally think right now, the winner and the best fighting game of 2025 is going to 2XKO. Now here's the thing. What if I told you already knew this a year ago. When I played the first alpha of 2SKO, it was already leagues better than most fighting games out the gate. Not even just the gameplay, I'm talking about as a package. Like, shit just works really well in the game. The lobbies worked really well. The netcode is probably the best I've ever experienced in any fighting game history. The lobby being chibi doesn't bother me, so that doesn't really hinder it because you can just wait and then it just tells you where to walk to. Cool and fine, dandy. And they already said they're working on probably making it to where we instant transport to the other station. So my only problem with 2SKO and why I'm scared for it though is the balancing of the game. Some characters are stronger than others, some characters are weaker than others. But outside of that, the game is one of my favorite tag games because right now, like, the more I play it, the more I'm starting to realize, hold on, wait a minute, I can't do everything with the fusions and stuff like that, but that would be too crazy. And then somebody will come and be like, oh hell no, the monetization. Listen, it's a free-to-play game. They got to make money some way. And if you've been following Riot Games' other games, it's been a thing since League of Legends, which was what, 2011. And also, outside of skins, you can earn all the characters for free. Real rap, 2SKO has changed how I view fighting game DLC, because now I don't want to pay for them no more. If I could just play a week worth of time to unlock the character for free, fucking cool, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to pay for it, everybody get to play it. And I believe in an offline launcher, you can still use them for free. Like, there's still a way to play with them even if you don't want to spend money. So like, yeah, let them charge $100 skins, because the main thing I need is the characters and I'm happy. Is it the best fighting game of all time? No, but it is a fun one when you get into it. Yes. So my first S+ game of this tier list has to go to my winner of this year. It's 2XKO. However, 2XKO is in early access, so if the Game Awards does or doesn't put it in there, I wouldn't be too pissed. I get it, I understand it. I understand it now. That being said, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Tell me if I missed any, oh shit. Also, my other call to action is making sure y'all follow me on my Twitter. So if you want to hear me ramble and troll a lot of fan bases, make sure you follow me at AvatarYaya_. Remember that. I'm about to get back to playing Trails in the Sky on my Twitch and the link down below. I got Dispatch I want to play, and I got Avatar, the worst fight. Fuck. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm out. Peace. Spoomaya. Kulai.
And I swear I never felt like this. Maybe it's the death of me. Like my own worst enemy.
Let's see who's stronger.